Hello, today is 11/24 of 25, and I am here with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I changed my diet to a high protein, moderate fat, low carb diet in April of 2024. At 11 o'clock today, I had my coffee, which I made using this Javvy Protein Coffee. I was able to get it for less than half price, and I like to try new things, so that's why I decided to buy it. I do like my chai coffee. That'll probably be the standard that I use unless I find something that I like more. But because this was such a good deal and I like to try new things, that's why I got it. So it has 60 calories in one scoop, which is a serving, but a serving only has 10 grams of protein. So when I think of the chike in that same scoop size, that's only half of a serving, which would also have 10 grams of protein. So really, they're equivalent. You just got to kind of think like if you were thinking about, oh, well, I can get 20 servings in this bag, or I can get 20 servings in this bag, and they're the same price. You want to get the other bag because there's actually more in it. That one serving is going to have 20 grams of protein, where this is only going to have one. So in one scoop, there are 60 calories, 1 gram of fat with 3 carbs and 1 fiber, and 10 protein. It's made with whey protein concentrate, instant coffee, uh, MCT, like MCTs. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what MCT is. I just don't know what form. And then Asiago hydrolysate. Not sure if I'm saying that right. So those are the ingredients. You are supposed to make this ice. So you're supposed to mix it with milk or water, like cold, and then add a scoop and then mix it up and add some ice to it. I have found that most protein powders break down better if they're added to a hot liquid. So that's what I did. I added it to hot water. Um, and it's okay. It's a level above a pot of coffee, which I wouldn't drink coffee from like a pot of coffee. So it's okay. Um, if I was really in a pinch, it would do, but it's not my favorite. It's not like, oh yeah, I really like that. And I kind of felt like it needed cream. It really just like craved some cream with it. It has a really strong like coffee flavor to it, which is nice. I like that. I like to have a strong coffee flavor. It's just not quite balanced right. And so I felt like I needed some cream. So I did add a spray of this Ready Whip, which has 15 calories, 1.5 fat, 0 carbs, 0 protein. Um, just to because like I said, I just felt like it needed some cream, and that did really help it. Now, I'm still going to experiment with it because it's supposed to be made cold. So, and I know there is a big difference between things that are like cold and hot as far as like flavor. So, next time I'm going to make it cold just to see. And then I'm also going to try making it, I'm going to with water, and then I'm going to try making it with milk and see if that helps to balance out that like craving of cream. And it's not my craving for cream in it isn't like I'm craving milk. Like in my coffee, I like milk. I don't like half and half. I don't like heavy cream. Like it's too rich when I use those things. But with this, I really wanted that richness added. So I want to see if milk would be just okay, if it really does need like that kind of like heavier richness of cream added to it. So I tried it plain and then I added my collagen peptides because I wanted to make sure to get those in today. And then my husband and I went to Chick-fil-A for lunch. I had a 12 count of grilled nuggets and a side salad with their light Italian dressing. I only used a half packet of that. It is 5 o'clock and I am making our dinner. So I went to the gym. I did arms and core today, and then I did some cardio. When I came home, I had a protein drink. I had hot cocoa made with Fit Crunch Chocolate Deluxe protein powder and a cup of Fairlife whole milk, along with some salt and water. I wanted to make sure I was getting some protein, and I could definitely feel that my muscles needed it. I am making a Caesar chicken, which I have made before. I will link to the recipe in the description below, although I am reducing the amount of ingredients for the sauce. I just have found that it's just too much sauce for the recipe, so I'm cutting the sauce in half. And then I'm also making some broccoli. I have chicken breasts here. These are actually Tyson chicken breasts that are thinly sliced. So they're cut in half horizontally. So they're thinner breasts, and I like that. In my mixing bowl, I have a half cup of sour cream and 1 cup of Caesar dressing. So I'm going to get these mixed together. I did sprinkle a bit of pepper on top of my chicken breasts. Okay, and then I need some Parmesan cheese. So I need a half cup, and I'm just using my 1 cup measuring cup and cutting it in half because my half cup is dirty from these and I don't want to wash it. All right, I think that's about half. I'm going to sprinkle this as even as possible over my chicken breasts. And then I'm going to spread my sauce mixture over the top of that. And as you can see, this is like plenty of sauce. Okay, and then I'm going to sprinkle over top a second half cup of grated Parmesan and sprinkle on a bit more pepper. I have my oven preheating to 375 and I will bake this for I think 20 minutes, 20 to 30, yep. So while this is baking, I will make the broccoli. For my broccoli, I have just cut it up into some chunks. I added some chicken broth and about a teaspoon of minced garlic. I'm going to get this on my stove and get it steamed. This is what my chicken looks like when it's done. I did check the temperature. I'm just going to let it rest for 5 minutes before we actually eat it. And then I'm going to finish off my broccoli. So I've got my broccoli here, and I have stirred it a few times to kind of make sure that all my flavor is getting, everywhere from like my garlic and stuff. I am going to add to it a bit of salt and pepper. And stir that around a little just to give it a head start. And then add in, I've got 9 grams of shredded Asiago cheese here. We're going to eat. I had 2 of the chicken breasts to make sure I was getting plenty of protein in. And I didn't actually have any broccoli. I don't like cooked broccoli. So what I had instead was a cottage cheese bowl. So I used Good Culture cottage cheese. This is 2%. Normally I use their whole fat cottage cheese, but the store didn't have any. So I got the 2%. It's quite a bit thinner than the 4%. Like you can definitely tell that it is like has less fat. And I don't care for it as much. I do like that kind of unctuousness and the richness of the full fat. So I'll look forward to finding some more of the full fat next time I get some. And then I topped it with some blackberries, just about, it was 56 grams of blackberries. I also had a banana about 20 minutes before I went to the gym, which I know is not keto friendly. It's like 25 grams of carbs in a banana. But I'm trying to make sure that my HRV status is like not doesn't continue to drop, and really I'd like it to bump it up. So I'm trying some carbs before my workout. I may need to add some after my workout too, but I'm going to start with just before because resting is not doing it. Like it doesn't happen. I can rest for hours and my HRV status is still bad. So I think it's that I need more carbs. So I ended up with about 1,500 calories. My protein is 171. My net carbs are 57. And my fat is 61. So I'm in a caloric deficit, but about 500 calories, which is just fine. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.